I saw a Facebook post a few years ago where this chanter was basically saying that he was drinking like over a gallon of water a day in order to keep his voice hydrated, and yet he was having like these muscle cramps, and he was saying, "What am I doing wrong?" So that led me to think about water and hydration and how to hydrate your voice, basically. And that's what this video is about. So a lot of you, if you're a chanter, maybe you feel like you need to drink a ton of water in the morning before church, before you go chant, but maybe you're going to take Holy Communion. Maybe you don't want to drink a ton of water. So, they tell you you have to drink 8 glasses of water. You have to drink a ton of water every day until you go to the bathroom and it's like clear or whatever. So is that actually true? So basically, if you're new to my channel, I talk about all kinds of things related to Byzantine chanting. And there's a lot of chanting teachers, a lot of chanting schools. There's a good amount in the United States. And, they're very good at teaching Byzantine chanting, Byzantine notation, probably way better than me because they've been doing it for longer than me. What I do on my channel is I talk about every issue related to chanting. So not just Byzantine notation alone, because you need to know more than just the notation, right? So any problem that you may encounter as a chanter, or even if you're not a chanter, if you're just a singer, then this channel is the place to go to, because I'm gonna address a lot of different things. So this is about hydrating your voice and your body. So what is it that hydrates your body? Is it just water, or is it more than that? So your body becomes hydrated with the use or with the help of basically electrolytes. And it's not just water that hydrates your body. So your body naturally has electrolytes, right? And you need the help of other nutrients like potassium, magnesium. Of course, I'm not a doctor, but I'm just saying, there's a lot more involved in hydration than just water. And the problem is if you drink too much water, what will happen is you can actually flush out those electrolytes and you can actually become dehydrated. So that's kind of the issue. And people tell you, especially like in Colorado where I am, it's very dry, it's in the mountains, and we're pushed to drink a lot of water. But first of all, here's the thing, your body tells you when it's thirsty, right? So if your body, generally speaking, if your body's not telling you it needs water, you probably don't need water, generally speaking, right? They say generally obviously you need water, like 8 glasses a day or whatever, but beyond that, there's no need to force yourself, because like I said, you don't want to flush out those electrolytes that are in your body. Now, when you do drink water, you should incorporate electrolytes in that water. And you can literally buy electrolyte powders. One of them is called Element. It's just what I use. It's spelled with the letters LMNT. It's just like this electrolyte powder. Or an even more like simple solution is just put a little bit of sea salt in your water, like once a day when you a lot of people do it in the morning. I do it in the morning, like the first glass of water, just warm it up, put a little sea salt, and this actually gives you some of the electrolytes that are helpful to help hydrate your voice. So now that we've confirmed, drinking tons of water in and of itself does not hydrate you. So people will say that their voice might feel very dry, like they need water. They feel like they need water. You may be chanting, and your voice gets dry very quickly, and your natural reaction will be to have some water, to have a cough drop or something. But I want to real quick talk about the root cause of when your voice feels dry. Is it that you need water, or is it something else, right? So like I said, it doesn't take a ton of water to hydrate your body. You need electrolytes, you need water, but it gets to a certain extent where when you keep drinking more and more water, it doesn't really fix the problem. So you might say, my voice feels dry if you're chanting. Most likely, that is because of the way you're using your voice that is causing dehydration. So it's not necessarily that you need water. So it could be for a variety of different reasons. Usually, the most simple explanation is that you're pushing out the natural lubrication that is already in your vocal cords, right? So your vocal cords, this looks funny, but your vocal cords come together in a very clean, smooth way when you are using your voice correctly, right? And your vocal cords contain a natural lubrication that allows them to produce the sound smoothly, right? And if you're using your voice correctly, the vocal cords should come together very smoothly and very clean, right? But what tends to happen if you use force when you chant. So if you are chanting with a lot of pressure on your throat, neck muscles, straining a lot, right? You're going to basically cause these vocal cords to slam to. Oops, my microphone. You're going to cause these vocal cords to slam together very harshly. And what that does is it dries out the natural lubrication that is in the vocal cords. So drinking water is not going to help that. You actually have to change the way you're using your voice. And I mean, that's a separate video for another day. But just keep in mind that drinking water is not the solution to this specific problem. There's other things that could cause an issue, like if you have, anything irritating your vocal cords. Obviously, if you're smoking, like, don't do that. But a lot of alcohol can cause problems. Certain like allergies, postnasal drip, anything irritating your vocal cords. A lot of times that actually causes like swelling and a buildup of excess fluid, which is kind of a different problem. But usually, it's not that you need more water. It's that something is wrong with how you are using your voice. Another thing is I forgot to mention, is like singing very breathy or leaking air, right? I don't have it with me. If you were to take a Kleenex and put it in front of your mouth and you were to start chanting, the Kleenex should not move very much. If it moves a lot, that means you're leaking excess air. And excess air shouldn't leak through the vocal cords. You need air to produce your voice, to produce your sound. But that air that comes up and that passes through the vocal cords should be converted into sound completely. If there's excess air that's leaking through, what that does is it damages your voice. So you don't want that. And a good way, like I said, to know if you're leaking air is to just put a Kleenex up to your mouth when you are chanting. They used to do it in the past with like a candle flame. That's how they would teach people. Like if the candle flame moved, then you're doing it wrong. So that's another thing that dries out that natural lubrication. So how do you hydrate? How do you hydrate your voice? Again, listen to your body and follow what your body's telling you. If your body says it's thirsty, then drink water. Also, and when you do drink water, incorporate electrolytes. Like I said, just a little bit of salt water, a little bit of sea salt is very helpful. And another thing is your diet. So you want to make sure you have, you are getting hydrated from your diet, right? So vegetables actually contain like a lot of water, right? And the water contained in those vegetables is actually very helpful in hydrating you, because there's a natural sort of filtration system in vegetables, in that water, that's actually better for you. But basically, if you have a healthy diet with a lot of vegetables, some fruits and stuff like that, you're going to be better hydrated. So hopefully this is helpful for those of you who feel like you need to drink a ton of water before you go to church. You don't need to do that. So if you still feel a sort of dry throat, it's not necessarily that you need water. It's probably, if you've already drank enough water, it's probably another issue, which is another video for a different day. But I hope this was helpful.